He was known simply as Animal. He had no name because he had no trick. When nature came to fashion all of the tricks into the creatures and give them their names, Animal was afraid and did not leave his shade tree. Animal could only watch from a distance as birds soared through the air with the trick of flying, and as rabbit bounded over the land with the trick of hopping, and fish glided through the water with the trick of swimming. They were free. They did not have to wonder like Animal what to do or who they were, because their trick told them. Bird flew, rabbit hopped, and fish swam. Easy. But it wasn't easy for Animal. As the others returned full of joy, his shoulders slumped in sadness and fear that he would never find a trick and have a real name. But then one day his heart told him that he had to make a decision. He could cling to his shade tree and live in fear just being Animal, or he could face his fear, find his trick, and claim his name. But this would be scary. However, he was even more afraid that he would never know who he really was. And he decided. But there was a big difference, though, between making a decision with your head and making a decision with your feet. And fear would creep into his thoughts and shout, "Stop!" However, his heart would swell with purpose and shout back, "Get moving!" And finally, with a trembling foot, he took the first step into the wilderness surrounding his shade tree. And after wandering for a time, he came upon another tree, and he looked up and he saw a nest high above his head. And he called out, "Hey, bird, can you help me find my name?" And bird said, "Well, come up and we'll see." "But I cannot fly," said Animal. "Then you are not a bird. That's all the help I can give." So Animal left, and he came upon a rabbit hole. "Hello," called Animal. "Hello," answered Rabbit. "Rabbit, can you help me find my name?" And Rabbit said, "Well, come down and we'll see." "But I'm too big to fit down there," said Animal. "Then you are not a rabbit. That is all the help I can give you." And so Animal left. And next, Animal came upon a river. "Hey, fish, can you help me find my name?" And Fish said, "Well, jump in and we'll see." "I don't like the water much," replied Animal. And what do you think he said? "Then you are not a fish. That is all the help I can give you." So Animal left. And as he walked on, he came upon other creatures in the wild, but none could tell him his name. They could only say what it wasn't. And some of them were cruel. Hyena cackled and taunted him. "You don't have a trick, ha 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 ha." And the jackals mocked him. "You don't have a name, and you don't have a name, you don't have a name." And Snake hissed on by and said, "You don't know who you are. Then you're nobodies." But nature watched as Animal searched, and she admired his persistence. She knew that the hardest part, taking that first step, was behind him, and that it had taken something special, a new trick that was not yet created. So nature beckoned Animal to the deepest part of the wilderness to reward him with his name and to set him free. And she led him to a lake in which he could see his own reflection. And he saw himself for the first time. And nature looked upon Animal and announced to all of creation. She said, "None in the land has ever desired a name as much as Animal. And by facing his fear and search for his name, he has created a new trick called courage." And then she turned to Animal and said, "Because of your courage, you will be given the best of names, and you will be the king of the jungle, and your name will be Lion." And with that, Lion let out a mighty roar.
Yay!
Thank you.